Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Prosperity video. Visit their website to learn about new innovative conveyor drive technology, delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors.
Another area you touched on that I know I've heard you talk a lot about in some of the webinars you've done and in some of your reports, you mentioned manufacturing. And I think it was the fourth quarter report, maybe last year, or maybe the third quarter report, whichever one it was, that basically just had almost an exponential rise for Amazon warehouses, Walmart centers, all of these big buildings for commerce and for manufacturing again. Is that something that you kind of already hit on that a little bit, but is that something that you see sort of continuing on that sort of meteoric rise? Does it cool down a little bit? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm going to answer yes and no again, and go into detail. So let's break the story into two: warehousing and industrial space versus manufacturing. We'll start with the warehouse space. We've been viewing 2022 as the peak year for warehouse construction for quite some time now. We've been noticing projects coming into our planning cycle have plateaued. Obviously, just within the past few months, Amazon has also come out and said, "Oh, well, we overbuilt the market. Sorry." So we're going to be pulling back in construction activity. And not Walmart, Amazon. And Amazon is about 16% of warehouse construction. So when that size of the market goes away, it's going to take the whole warehousing sector down with it. Now, that being said, over the next 5 years, we still think the level of activity here remains high in warehousing, just not as high as it's been. I would say back to the kind of numbers that we saw in 2018 and 2019, which at the time were record levels of construction. So that's warehousing. On the manufacturing side, that's the good news story. And I think that the supply chain issues we've been dealing with, whether that's in semiconductors, whether that's in foodstuffs, whether that's in building materials, across the gamut here, has led to more onshoring and reshoring of manufacturing in the United States. Those supply chain issues, I don't think totally go away in 2023. So that should continue to incentivize domestic manufacturing construction. And then you add to it the government funds from the CHIPS Act and from the Inflation Reduction Act, just gives it an extra little a stimulus boost here. And I think that it lasts really over the next 5 years. It's not just a short-term thing. I think we're going to see elevated levels of manufacturing construction for the next few years.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Prosperity video. Visit their website to learn about new innovative conveyor drive technology, delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors.